first call I'll never forget came from a man who sounded absolutely terrified. I could barely hear him over his own breathing. He kept whispering like something was nearby. "It's following me." I asked him who he meant, but he wouldn't say, and that's when I heard it. A second voice behind him, low, distorted, clicking like it was struggling to form words. It wasn't any language I recognized. It didn't even sound human. The man suddenly whispered, "It knows I'm talking to you." And then the line just went dead. Silence. Search teams never found him. But the scariest part? Audio forensics later showed that the second voice wasn't behind him. Beat. It was right beside the phone, like it was speaking directly into the microphone. The next call came at 3:17 in the morning, and to this day, it still gives me chills. A woman was whispering from her basement, crying, trying her best not to make noise. She told me she could hear someone breathing, just beyond the furnace. I tried to keep her calm, but she kept saying, "I can't see it, but I know it's here." Then I heard tapping, slow, rhythmic, coming from inside the walls. She gasped. The phone hit the concrete floor, and before the call cut out, I heard her scream, abrupt, short scream. When police got there, the basement was empty. No intruder, no signs of anything. But her phone was still recording, and when investigators enhanced the final seconds, they heard a whisper, a cold whisper. She wasn't alone. There's one call I still have trouble talking about. It was from a teenage boy who said he was trapped in his car after an accident. His voice was weak, shaking, like he was fading fast. "You, help me. I can't move. Please hurry." I got his name and location and sent units immediately. But when officers arrived, they found something no one expected. The boy was already dead, and not recently. According to the coroner, he had died hours before I got the call. The phone logs confirmed it. The call came from his cell phone. The same cell phone that was crushed, beyond use, in the crash. One night, I answered a call and heard nothing except a baby crying, just crying. No adult voices, no words, just that awful, desperate sound. The location pinged to an abandoned house. When officers arrived, they said they could hear the crying too, right from inside. But the moment they entered, the crying stopped. They searched the entire house. No baby, nothing. What they did find was a small device hidden under the floorboards, old, rusted, playing the same exact cry. And here's the part that makes my skin crawl. Experts said the sound wasn't a human baby, it was a mimic, a lure, a sound certain predators use to trick people into coming closer. The last call, this one still haunts me. The voice on the other end was flat, robotic, and ice cold. "Don't go home tonight." I asked who it was. The voice continued, "I know your name." And then he listed my address, my daughter's school, details no stranger should ever know. The call dropped. My hands were shaking when the phone rang again. Same voice, same tone. But this time, caller ID said it was coming from my home landline, the landline that had been unplugged for months. When investigators traced the first call, the number belonged to someone who died over a decade earlier. These calls were real. I heard them with my own ears. And to this day, none of them have explanations. Maybe they never will. Just remember, when the phone rings in the middle of the night, soft static fades in. You never really know who's on the other end.